My name is Chris Stanley. I'm the founding principal of Beach Street Legal, and this is just one slide. And today we're talking about a recent SEC risk alert on large trader obligations. Specifically, these obligations are promulgated under Rule 13H1, which is one of those sneaky rules that applies to investment advisors, even though it's promulgated under the Securities Exchange Act of 1934 and not the Investment Advisors Act of 1940. So how does one become designated as a large trader, and what are the filing and reporting obligations? Well, large trader status is triggered when one exercises discretionary authority over Nms Securities and exceeds certain transaction thresholds in a particular calendar day or month. Specifically, those thresholds are greater than or equal to 2 million shares or $20 million during a single calendar day, or greater than or equal to 20 million shares or $200 million during any calendar month. So if an investment advisor exercises discretionary authority in Nms Securities above these thresholds, large trader status is triggered. A large trader is required to file Form 13H with the SEC and must make its first filing promptly, quote unquote, after those trading thresholds are crossed, after which it will be designated an LTID, or a large trader identification number, by the SEC, which it will then use with its broker-dealer that is executing these transactions, as broker-dealers have certain obligations under this rule as well. After the initial filing, annual filings must be made thereafter within 45 days of year end. So what is an Nms security exactly? Well, in general, it's an exchange-listed equity security or standardized option, but importantly, the definition excludes exchange-listed debt securities, securities futures, and open-end mutual funds. So importantly for the listeners of this particular presentation and the likely audience, it's important to remember that open-end mutual funds are excluded and do not count towards the 2 million shares, 20 million shares, or $20 million or $200 million thresholds that we mentioned above. So the takeaway here is that if you are a large investment advisor with discretion and you have a significant amount of transactions in Nms securities, whether through rebalancing or just general trading, it's important to check that you haven't crossed these thresholds and don't have a Form 13H filing obligation that you may not be aware of. For further detail, feel free to refer to Rule 13H1 itself, Form 13H, and a helpful SEC FAQ, all of which are hyperlinked at the bottom of the page. Thanks for watching and listening.